Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader and in this video we are taking a look at the comeback of the stock market. Has it taken out all the worries that we were having? And besides going over the stock market with S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100, I'll also take you over cryptos in this video, that is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we'll also take a look at some of the big cap tech stocks like, Tesla, Microsoft, NVDA, AMD, and many others as we'll go through in this video. Before going further, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Now, S&P 500, we were looking really bad overnight session, and I did mention this that when we have an overall sell-off really bad and things have been already collapsing, we may see some rebound the next day, things may bounce back up. Now, S&P 500 is just doing that, but S&P 500 being an index, it's more has to be seen as how the weighted average of the stocks are doing. So as you can see here on the chart of S&P 500, the weightage of the companies that it holds or the stocks it holds, NVIDIA is the topmost, all right up here, then Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. NVIDIA today is, well, we'll take a look at, a little bit more on NVIDIA, but it's a little bit struggling, and it's the highest weightage component right now in S&P 500, but Apple is also very high, 6.19%. Apple is doing great. Microsoft is down today, but Amazon is doing great. Alphabet is doing great. They have, Alphabet A class and C class both, that is Google's, which adds it total up to 6%. So yes, it may show up as 3.4 or 3.16 down at 5 and 6 number, but if you put that together, technically they all react the same way. You can see the change is almost the same. So yeah, it's just added up. It's 6 point some percent, and so it's gonna put it above Apple as well. So Nvidia, and then technically it's Google, Meta Platform, Tesla. But as you can see, more heavy weightage ones today, they are up and green. So S&P 500 is, that's why holding strong, and also underneath you can see so many other stocks, they are just green as well, even in the small percentage, but most of the heavy ones at the top and in the close vicinity upon the top in the basis of percent basis, they are green, and that's why we have S&P 500 still floating green, regardless if Microsoft is red, Tesla is red, right? Because most of them are supporting S&P 500. Now, thing is that yes, technically overall market breadth is still green. We are still bullish, and S&P 500 is holding technically a bullish structure. It's been able to hold it through a lot of issues and all, but it's been able to hold it. So yeah, we are technically 689 has remained fine. That was the zone. If we get above yellow zone, fine. If we stay below yellow zone, problem, right? So it held above it, all good. Let's take a look at Nasdaq 100. It's bouncing back up now. This zone it was our trailing area, but it hasn't really overall broken it. Definitely below blue box, we're in the multi-day weakness. Technically, it's a good rebound right now on this thing. We'll have to get above 628 around technically to gain the momentum again, but it's coming back strong with S&P 500. So right now, things are, at least for the day, are fine. AMD earnings are tomorrow, Palantir earnings are tonight or later after the market close. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so far Nasdaq 100 it's fine. It's very sideways, but it's holding overall somehow fine above 618. And that's the zone for overall structure, but we are in the multi-day weakness below 628, this blue box up here. All right. Okay, let's take a look at crypto first, then we'll get to some of the big cap tech stocks in a while, in a moment, I mean after that. So Bitcoin here is, as I said guys, I expect a good rebound here on Bitcoin at this zone 73. Regardless, we'll see a rebound. Now it's not overall bullish, it's just a rebound. We will see if this level has to hold it will take multiple days and weeks of stabilization here first, and then a rebound until 85,000 is possible. In the overall structure, that will just be a rebound, which is also on the weekly interval, just a rebound until 85. So, but this was one of the prominent level that I mentioned that a rebound most likely will happen here. It's happening here. Definitely if we lose a 73, we are looking at 61,000 around. So, but it's at the places now getting where I think we are approaching the end of the collapse of Bitcoin. I think we are close to that. It's showing signs of rebound right now, not overall bullish, but showing signs of rebound to us on those levels. Ethereum was much more fallen compared to Bitcoin. It's on Ethereum. It's very clear to see. It's just a rebound. It's not even a strength. It's a very clear, just an indication. It's just a small rebound today on Ethereum. Still technically overall negative, but somehow trying to hold through. But it's not bullish. But the point is that. Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, guys, it's been a dead money actually if you are trying to play it more on the upside here from last 4 or 5 months. Well, not 4 or 5 months, since September or almost October. So you got 3 months last year, 1 month this year, January. So 4 months it's just gone sideways technically. The detailed plan I have shared on my Patreon on how to read Tesla in my video that I have done over the weekend for the members. That is 25 plus stocks coverage there. Tesla I have talked much more in detail over there. I'll suggest you check out that video on my Patreon for that. The point is that 438 below, the longevity confidence is not there on Tesla. Okay, Microsoft is red, but it's okay. It's still bearish. It's still okay though for me. Let it crash. Let it go down. More. I want to pick up at the cheaper prices more. So yeah, but this is fine. Okay, fine in a way that eventually it's a good buying opportunity on Microsoft. Apple, again, a detailed plan I shared on my Patreon for Apple as well in my 25 plus stocks coverage. Apple is technically back in the bullish game, guys. Okay, now if you have access to my tools as well, that will help you. Let's turn on this another one of mine, Easy Day and Swing Trading tool. As you can see, I'm on the passive mode. That helps me to gauge more of a long-term type of a trade. There are multiple modes in this tool that helps you to for day trade, swing trade, and definitely for long trade as well. But I'm just showing you here what I use for more of a mode for the long-term side of the sentiment of the stock, how things are looking like. So we are back in the full-on bullish structure there. And yeah, this was as I just showed you on my tools, this was all this was all bearish from here, and then this is where gotta fully get out on the bearish side, and you should already be playing this long. Yeah, but anyways, detailed plan I also shared my opinion and how to look at it before even these technical indicators gave the confirmation. Sometimes I give a little bit ahead of the outlook as well, and it's working out just as how I planned. And great to see that. Again, all details for my tools and some of the extra videos that I do on my Patreon for the members, details are in the description of this video. All right, so we do have this week. Oh well, let's take a look. NVDA, guys. Yeah, NVDA is still a little bit struggling to get above the short seller zone at 195. So we will not really are really getting momentum, but NVIDIA, I would not suggest shorting it as well for the long term. It's just a sideways action. So you gotta be very like trading it in a range or, very classic, give it some gap to trade it with, but it's not a longevity of a short play. It's requiring too much of the patience though, but short sellers are still in control, but also bars are in control above 184. So it's just very sideways. Trade with my tools on the day trade, multi-day. That's the best way to do it right now. Now, AMD just going strong, but if you have seen my over the weekend video on my public channel here, I mentioned that as we get above 238, there's a rebound possibility until 248. Nothing more than that right now. Exactly, that's how we played out. The price action played out just like that. That's why these levels marked by my tools automatically all for you is very important. You have to trade with these levels if you want to be profitable in the market. You have to have right tools if you want to be profitable in the market, and I have the right tools. Okay, relying you can go through the YouTube videos, 100 different videos, search 100 different videos. you will keep just running left and right, okay, and always be late to the party, and you will never get what you are real time looking for if you don't have the right tools. Okay, you need the right tools to be profitable in the market. you know um, Anyways, make your own decisions. I don't control your finances, I control my finances. You are responsible for your own outcomes and decisions. Okay. So yeah, exactly working out as just planned. How do I know it? My tools are telling me that, and I built these tools after decades of being in the market. What made me profitable is all in these tools. Okay, multiple tools I have now. Yeah, so AMD and is working out just as I said, right? So if you need access to these tools, guys, details are in the description of this video. So we'll wrap up now with strategy. We'll take a look at Palantir as well. The strategy is struggling, still bearish, nothing to watch here to the upside. Coin strategy is, just like a milking, investors, and, anyways, it's not really a great way of, looking at it. It's, yeah, you can get behind the hype and, you know, a cult, if you want to call it, sailor's cult, right? But yeah, coin is still negative, and a detailed plan I'll talk with my members on Patreon on coin. But yeah, right now it's still bearish. So okay, let's wrap it up with Palantir over here. So Palantir has its earnings later today. It's still bearish. If you have been a member again on my Patreon, I have been talking. We are bearish. We are bearish below 171, below 180 around, below 177 as well. We are bearish, bearish, bearish. You would have made money shorting it too so much, and we are still bearish, but earnings can change it. I did talk with my members on my Patreon what will change the price action on Palantir based on what happens on the earnings. I provided the scenarios on my Patreon. Right now we are still bearish, and as we crash lower on Palantir, we may be looking like 118 around levels and so forth, $90 maybe perhaps, which yeah, it's interesting to see where Palantir would go. I'm not buying Palantir here. I never bought it in these sideways actions. I traded it maybe, but then sideways action is not my thing for long term. So just did the day trade some here and there, and then I just didn't like Palantir stock anymore. I don't do it anymore. If it gets cheaper, I may swing it, but not right now. All right, guys, that's all I had for you in this video. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care. Bye.